What is going on, everyone? Grunchop Gaming back here. In today's video, I'm going to be going over how to get back into fair lobbies and the lobbies that the game should be putting you in. I know plenty of Apex Legends players have really been noticing a difference in their matches and notice that the games are becoming more and more unfair, and the players that they are going up against are on a completely different skill level. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over a brand new way to get back into the lobbies that you belong in. Before I get into it, if you want to see more content like this, definitely make sure to subscribe. It comes at no cost to you, and you could always unsubscribe later. Now with that being said, let's get right into today's video. Now this method isn't too difficult, but I will make sure to leave the steps up, and you guys can also follow along in the background gameplay. Now the first thing you'll need to do is start up a match of trios or duos, and I recommend leaving fill on so there's less chance of you being kicked while doing this. Now once you get into a match, what you will want to do is wait until the final loading screen comes to an end. This screen is the one where it's counting down to when the match will start, and you're going to want to leave the game right as it ends, so you'll end up leaving just before you get to the character selection page. Now once you have closed Apex Legends on whatever you're on, console, PC, or anything else, once you've done that, immediately reopen Apex Legends. Now once you make it to the main menu, this is going to be the part where you glitch out the game. What you will need to do is go down to the bottom left corner. There you will see data centers, which is basically server options. Once you have that open, you're just going to spam click random servers for a couple seconds. I at least randomly click on 3 or more. You don't want to take too long though, or else you won't be allowed back in the game because you've taken too long. But once you have just spam clicked a bunch of random servers, head back into the game and you should be at a loading screen. If you get an error when you try to get back into the game, usually this happens if you selected no fill or you took too long when completing the previous steps. You have to be really fast when you exit Apex Legends and then go back into spam click on servers and then continue into the game. Once the loading screen is over, the game should be a little buggy when you first join in. You might see the little red icons that pop up on the top right of your screen, or you might have a couple visual effects for a couple seconds. I got both of those when I did this, and then after a couple seconds, the lagging and the visual effects should subside, and then you can play the match as you normally would. Now going over how this works and things you'll notice about your game when you do this, starting with the few things that happen to your game. If you queue into a match and you actually opted to have a teammate, sometimes when you get back into the game, you might realize that you don't have a teammate. A lot of times that will happen when you're doing this. The main reason why you want to have fill on is so the game knows it's a priority to rejoin you to a match, whether you have a teammate or not. But basically when you put fill on, the game does think you have a teammate that you need to reconnect to, even if you never had one in the first place. But sometimes if you opt for a teammate when doing this, you will still get a teammate. And as always, just to remind everyone, there are actively other players doing this as well. So there's always that chance that you will run into a very high skilled player who ended up making it into your lobby. And the quick rundown of how this works, basically what you end up doing is confusing the game, thinking it's going to be sending you to all those servers. And what it does is it really starts bugging out the game. So it ends up just throwing you into a random match, and it ends up throwing out your skill-based matchmaking ranked when you try to re-enter the game because the game's already bugging out. And with all that being said, thank you guys all so much for watching. A quick reminder, I am trying to hit 7,000 subscribers by the end of June. So a big thank you to all of you who have subscribed and are considering subscribing. Have a great rest of your day, everyone, and I'll see you all around later. Bye guys.